I'm John Hook live at Sun Devil Stadium. What looked like a blowout for the Cowboys turns into one of the best games in memory here. And then in the end, a heartbreaking loss for the Cardinals. We've got it all covered right here on Fox 10.
Should have been a penalty, John. I'm Robin Garrison. A big news day as well, including a deal to ease the crisis with Iraq. Stay tuned for a special edition of Fox 10 News right now.
For those who have always been attracted to power, Dodge Dakota has the only available V8 in its class. Now when you buy select Dodge Dakota Club cabs, you'll get a 230 horsepower Magnum V8 at no extra charge. Why would someone want a truck with this much power? We think it has something to do with their childhood. Now get a $500 cash allowance on a Dodge Dakota.
Oh, you cooking! Oh, yeah!
Yeah! More brands, more parts. Checker, the place to start for parts.
I had questions about investing, and nobody would answer my questions. And then one day my friend was telling me about stocks and that she wanted to start a stock group. We go to the meetings, we talk about everything, you know, children and parenting and politics, and then we talk about which stocks look good. And I come home and say, okay, let's do this with the girls' money. Let's invest in this stock. This looked the best to me. And we learned about it on Schwab.com, right? So you can go to college.
We are the move, and we don't lose, we get the ride.
Looking for a bit more sophistication? Consider the Nissan Pathfinder LE. With a premium Bose audio system, a spacious, luxurious cabin, and leather-appointed seats, the Nissan Pathfinder could possibly be the most civilized SUV of them all.
Driving under the influence of legally prescribed medication.
Scared of liable to kill somebody.
This Valley man tells his story. Tonight on Fox 10 News at 9. Now, live from Arizona's news leader, Fox 10 News Special Edition.
Pour into Sun Devil Stadium for the Cardinals-Cowboys showdown. They came wearing the red and ready for battle with the Cowboy blue. The game, the hottest ticket in town, in front of a full house. But the home team didn't hold the right cards to pull out a win. The stakes were high, a share of first place the Cards just couldn't bluff their way into. Boy, did they make it thrilling at the end, though. You are looking at a live picture from Sky Fox over Sun Devil Stadium just minutes after an exciting and controversial finish. Hello, everybody. I'm Robin Garrison.
And I'm John Hook. Welcome to a special edition of Fox 10 News.
Don, a lot of hype leading up to this game. And who was the referee who didn't call the penalty? Find him.
Robin, we're going to settle that with Jude in a minute. Clearly a bad call, and the nation saw it. But I'll tell you what. You go 28 points down to the Cowboys. How many teams can come roaring back? And the Cardinals did it today. And you knew it was something special early on, Jude. As you know, we're going to go to the podium and hear what they have to say about that call. But
yeah, that is the theme when you get right down to it. We're going to go right now to Vince Tobin, the blown call, final play of the game. Let's hear what Coach Tobin has to say.
On live and I don't know.
What'd you tell the team?
Told the team I was awful proud of them. Told them I wish I had something that I could tell them that would make them feel better. They laid their guts on the line. Should have had a chance to go into overtime. We didn't. We were denied that chance, and that's extremely disappointing.
Coach, obviously very emotional loss. How does this set the stage for the rest of the season? The season's not over yet.
Well, whether we'd won or lost, we still had 6 games left to go. Emotionally, I'm sure this game took an awful lot out of our football team. We've got to find a way to bounce back and go to Washington and win a football game, because there's too much of a season left to leave it all out there on that field. I think they will. I think we have so much character on this football team. They play so hard, they battle so long, that eventually we're going to be rewarded, and we're going to be rewarded consistently. And
well, this isn't the same old Cardinals. You could hear Vince Tobin talk about the character of the heart. They were down 28-0 and roared back, and unfortunately lost it on a tough call. We'll show you that call, but let's start with the energy and enthusiasm at the start of this game.
Showtime, showtime, showtime.
That's how you do it.
Ron McKinnon, Frank Sanders getting it going. But here comes one of the more creative plays of the game. Ernie Mills on the option to Emmitt Smith, and it's 7-0 the Dallas Cowboys. Chan Gailey, good offensive game plan. And then here we go again, pounding it in. It's Chris Warren for the touchdown here. And the Cowboys struck early. Boy, did they strike early and often. Here comes Frank Sanders on the reverse. He's going to fumble the ball, and Herman McCormick, number 99 for the Cowboys, will recover. Dallas jumped on Arizona early in this one. Aikman finding Darryl Johnston, and just like that in the first quarter, it is 14-0 the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody wondering, what about Deion Sanders in this one? Would he make his presence known, hobbling, but still able to come up with the pick? And then set up a touchdown, number 21, trying to bring it in here. And then Emmitt Smith cleaning up over 100 yards again on the ground. Smith strong and coming up with some key runs like this one to make it 28-0. Yeah, that's 28-0, but the Cardinals would come back. Jake Plummer finding Frank Sanders here, 28-7 at the half. Now, the Cardinals come out in a no huddle. Basically just spread it out, 3 and 4, 5 wideouts at times, and then Mario Bates roars back 28-14. Jake was phenomenal in the second half. Here comes Aikman. Smith comes back, and it's 35-14, but the Cardinals would not be done. Despite the deficit, watch Jake find Rob Moore. Nice grab here, and it is 35-21. Plummer absolutely masterful, 31 of 54, 465 yards in the air, and the Cardinal offense would just keep on coming. Watch Jake find in the corner here, Adrian Morrell. He gets it in the end zone, and it's 35-28 under a couple minutes to go. An unbelievable finish. Nobody left this stadium, folks. Everybody wondering, could Plummer pull off the magic again? Jake scrambling, looking, firing. Watch this connection right here. How about this to Rob Moore? Moore almost brings it into the touchdown. Under 20 seconds to go at the 3-yard line. It goes down the final play of the game. I'm talking 3 seconds. You're not going to believe this. Kevin Smith did not even look back, was grabbing Rob Moore. And folks, there was no flag on the play. You hate to see the officials control this game, but no question it was a missed call by the officials. The Cowboys hold on to win 35-28, but what a dramatic finish. Let's send it out to Kevin McCabe. He's got more from the locker room. Kevin?
We're outside the locker room, Jude, a very distraught locker room, and this ball club is no longer about moral victories or building character. They're about getting victories, and the fact that they dug themselves a hole, came all the way back, shows some character, but they weren't content with just going away with a loss today. That is the story. Now, of course, the locker room just opened up for post-game comments moments ago, but our Kirby Moss spent the afternoon scrambling on the field afterwards to try to solve some of the problems and answers to this ball game.
We had a good run at it. We just came up short in the end there.
The good news is that you still have 6 winnable games to get into the playoffs.
Well, we got to take them one at a time, man. Good work, man. We got to take them one at a time, you know, and see where the cards fall, man.
You know, it's disappointing that we lost the game today, and, you know, we fought hard, but we just put ourselves in the hole. And when you do that against a great team like that, you know, it's just hard to do anything.
Yeah, we put up a fight, but that just goes to show you can't give a good team breaks like that early. They got up early, and we didn't make we came back, but it was a little late.
Talk about just this turnovers. That really was the difference.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they had 28 points in the first half. I mean, they're a great team. They have great athletes and can play good football. We can't afford to do that.
Cardiac Cardinals, make a great second half effort, but to a man, they all admit there, Jude, they've got to come out with that kind of fire in the first half and try to get something going. Again, the locker room just opened up. We hope to bring you more post-game comments. We'll join you a little bit later on. Jude?
Okay, Kevin, appreciate it. That's from the locker room. As you can tell, a lot of emotion for the Cardinals and a team, point blank, John, that is evolving. And as we see right now, we said not quite ready yet, but still the rest of this story remains with the remaining schedule and a potential run, I think, at 9-7. Bottom line, though, the two things, Jake, remarkable in the second half in the no huddle. And then, unfortunately, you're going to hear a lot of talk about this, that final play when Kevin Smith was face guarding, did not even turn back, was also making physical contact, and the flag was not thrown.
And a tight one like this. They don't want the officials to end the game and really determine the outcome in the end, but you have to call that.
You have to call that play. It was obvious.
All right, Jude, we knew it was a big game going in. You know it's big when Summerall and Madden cruise into town, and we got a shot from Sky Fox of the Madden Cruiser, and of course John Madden prophetic this week, saying that it would rest on Jake Plummer's shoulders, and it sure did in the second half. The MetLife blimp, it was also on hand, won a 70 stops. The Valley just won a 70 stops they make. This is a Cardinals' first home game to be sold out in 3 years. A big game also for fans here at Sun Devil Stadium today. A view from Sky Fox showing the packed throng, and some of them left early. Many of them Cardinal fans early on. This is right before the end of the game, but some people left, and you had to wonder what they were thinking when the Cardinals were down 28-0 in the first half, only to come roaring back and make this a very competitive game that half of the country saw today on national television. Well, the battle between the fans, we know how it goes between Cardinals and Cowboys fans. There's some real hatred there. Sometimes it's right between families. Linda Williams caught in the middle of it all today. Linda, who won that battle?
John, it is hard to say. The battle is still going on. The chasm yawned as wide as the Grand Canyon, and you couldn't be in the middle of this. You're either on one side or the other, true blue or true red. Sun Devil Stadium on this Sunday was definitely a house divided. It was the Great Divide. It divided neighbors.
Yep. And we're going to tear down the goalposts again today.
No, you're not. We're going to tear down the goalposts. It divided brothers-in-law. All right. You guys don't like each other, do you? Not today?
Not today. I hate him.
Not today.
I hate him. I'm trying to get rid of him. You want him?
It even divides these young brothers. One rooted for Dallas today, the other for the Cardinals. You guys don't fight, do you, over this, do you?
Yeah.
Woo!
Cowboys, baby!
A lot on the line besides just a football game today. It's about bragging rights until next season. It's about pride. Enough to divide your family?
Yes.
Nothing could close the Great Divide today. Not a single play, not even the score, could change the loyalties of those who love Big D and Big Red.
So let's get the stadium built, support the Cardinals.
I'm always be a Dallas fan. I'm sorry. It's just one of those things.
And as they leave tonight, they are still yelling. See? They have not stopped, John. They have not stopped.
I know it, Linda.
It's been a terrific day. I'm glad the game was terrific as well. John?
And it was. Nice work out there, Linda. And again, for the Cardinals fans, maybe they lost the game on the field on a very dicey call at the end, but they may have won a little bit of a public relations war out here as they won over some fans today, no question. Sun Devil Stadium, it started out early in the parking lot, people cooking up whatever they had, anything from filet mignon to brats. Look at this scene. Fans getting fired up for the game, grills cooking up everything out there, and a lot of folks tailgating. It's a tradition. You beat the traffic. Can you smell that right from your living room? You enjoy a great lunch with fans, and you get to the game on time. What a change that is.
We love NFL football. We love the Arizona Cardinals. Finally, Arizona has a team, and we're doing great, and we just love to come out and party.
One group calls itself the Tailgate Cardinals team. They never miss a home game, and they rallied the troops today out here, 71,000 strong. If you're waiting for some of those fans to get home tonight, it's going to be a bit of a wait. Rick Krabs up in Sky Fox. Rick, what's the story out on the byways and highways tonight?
Well, I'll tell you what, John, everybody waited until the very last moment to leave, and now the problem comes in the parking lot. Take a look at the crowds that are just now exiting the stadium into the parking lot area right now. You can see a lot of the taillights as those cars try to hit the pavement, heading on into the home stretch, as we would say here, I guess. But right now, if you are heading out of the stadium Tempe does an excellent job of getting everybody heading out in one-way areas. You can see all the lights out there. I'll tell you what, John, it's going to be a while to get 70,000 plus fans out of the stadium, and not all of them left until the very
Fans, go ahead and take
what
care
a ball game. Rick Krabs live tonight. Thanks, Rick. And while football was the main focus this afternoon, the Cardinals got charity into the act as people were coming into the stadium today. Valley Subway stores place these giant food boxes at the gates outside of Sun Devil Stadium. Subway teamed up with the Cardinals to collect canned food for the Salvation Army. Great cause, and as you can see by the bags of food, the Cards have very generous fans. We're seeing, of course, a little bit of a changing of the guard in this Cardinals organization. Bill Bidwell and now his son, Michael Bidwell. And just to illustrate that change, of course, Michael Bidwell drove into the stadium today on a Harley. There's a change out there in the wind blowing. Troy Hayden following that story with Michael Bidwell today. Troy?
John, you ask a lot of the fans if the future of the franchise, who controls it, they'll say it's Jake Plummer. You talk to the NFL, and they'll say Michael Bidwell. Have you noticed? The front office of the Cardinals is just a little more rockin' these days. And you can thank this guy, Michael Bidwell.
Pat, how are you? Nice to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Welcome to the desert again.
Whether he's greeting and gripping Pat Summerall or checking on last-minute details, Michael is making his mark on what may soon be his team.
This is going to be big.
What's really big for Michael right now, his main mission is getting a new stadium for the Cardinals. How big is this game for your stadium?
Well, I think it's important. I think one of the things is that it energizes the football fans.
Michael is a third-generation operator of the Cardinals. His grandfather bought the team. His dad runs it now, sometimes enduring some harsh criticism in the process.
In terms of the bad press, it's disappointing. I wish more people could sit down and get to know my father a little bit better. He's a great guy. He's got a great sense of humor. But Michael's out to change all that. He sees good times ahead. I feel the momentum, and I think most of us feel the momentum turning around for this team. We're excited about that in the future. And now you might think Michael Bidwell will be upset they didn't win tonight. He told me, though, he was hoping for a very close game. They had a chance to win in the fourth quarter, so Cardinals fans wouldn't walk out hanging their heads. And you can see, John, everybody pretty pumped out here tonight. Back to you.
All right, Troy, and there's good reason to have a lot of optimism about this franchise. One big reason, Jake Plummer, he's at the podium right now with what was a masterful game down the stretch.
I gave Rob a fade signal, and, that's pretty much, I think it's a route we obviously need to work on in practice. I left it short a couple times a day. With a guy like him, I got to get it up there and let him go up and get it. There's going to be people saying that Smith interfered, but that's crunch time. The refs kind of let it go. I personally thought it was an interference, but what can I do now? I told the ref that's what I thought, but they make the no call and the game's over. So, like I said, if I'd have thrown the ball a foot higher, Rob, the athlete he is, goes up and comes down with the ball, and there's no question whether it was PI or not. It would have been a touchdown.
I admit it was hard to see because we were at the end of the field, but the play, I think it was Frank underneath the goalpost. What happened on that play? Was it underthrown?
I was running across the grain, running out there, and I was just trying to buy time. They were overloaded to where I was sprinting to, and Frank did a great job of moving back. I tried getting it there. I didn't even know. I couldn't see. I got hit right as I threw it and went down, and I don't know if he touched it or, can someone tell me, did he almost catch it or it skipped to him?
It looked like maybe it skipped, but it was hard, like I said.
Yeah, I tried giving it everything I got because I was running this way and he was going back that way, and for one, it's a dangerous pass, but he was open. I just didn't quite get it to him.
Jake, was there an option number 2 on the last play if Rob wasn't open there?
Not really. That's a
Robin, it reminds me a lot of Jake Plummer after the Ohio State Rose Bowl game. He really handles any kind of criticism with great class and dignity, and he really kind of says, okay, it's over, we move on, even after a heartbreaking loss. And he certainly did his part today, playing a super game in the second half.
Absolutely, John. Fox called them the Cardiac Cardinals, and I agree.
Yeah, they're becoming that. Boy, I'll tell you, this last 3 weeks has been something.
All right, good, John. Thanks.
You're watching Fox 10 News with John Hook, Robin Garrison, Dave Muncie's weather, and Jude Lecava sports. Now, coming up on Fox 10 News.
A major development in the showdown with Iraq. It looks like the U.S. will not need to use military force, at least not for now. Details when we come right back.
Well, if I had money, tell you what I'd do.
Hey, these 99 F-150 Super Cabs have 4 doors standard. Dodge and Chevy don't have that.
I'm crazy about a Ford truck.
Ford makes the only line of standard 4-door Super Cabs in America.
That means easy access. And the 4.9 financing means I'm saving over $1,800 in interest. That's about $50 a month.
I'm gonna buy me a Ford truck and cruise it up and down the road.
Come on and get crazy about the best-selling, best-built trucks during National Ford Truck Season.
See that?
Yeah. Nice tires.
Bigfoot tires. Available only from Big O.
Now at Boston Market, take home the chicken America loves for just $5.99. That's right, only $5.99 for a whole Boston Market rotisserie chicken, double marinated and slow roasted. Complete your meal with sides that start at just 99 cents. So tonight, enjoy the chicken America loves for just $5.99. And this holiday season, let Boston Market do the cooking for you. Place your holiday orders for ham, turkey, and all our great sides today. And we guarantee 100% satisfaction or your meal's on us. Only at Boston Market.
The Lexus GS 400s. It's fast.
Iraq is no longer targeted by the U.S. military, at least not for now. Iraq has agreed to allow weapons inspectors to do their job unconditionally. The crisis is on hold.
The United States, together with Great Britain, and with the support of our friends and allies around the world, was poised to act militarily if Iraq had not reversed course. Our willingness to strike, together with the overwhelming weight of world opinion, produced the outcome we preferred. Saddam Hussein reversing course, letting the inspectors go back to work without restrictions or conditions.
We'll have much more on this later at 9 o'clock. Now back out to my partner, John Hook at Sun Devil Stadium. John.
Robin, tough loss, but the Cardinals showed a lot of heart. And if fans were doubting which way this franchise is going, they showed a lot tonight. Much more coming up with Jude Lecava on Sports Night tonight at 9:30. Be sure to tune in. Jameer Miller, Adrian Morrell. We'll have it all for you tonight at 9:30 with Jude Lecava from Sun Devil Stadium.
John.
Beg your pardon, Robin?
I said good job.
Thank you, buddy.
Good night.